And welcome back. We're here with a good friend, Rachel West. Good to see you again. How are you doing?
Really, really great.
Good.
I understand we're going to talk about stolen apples.
Oh yeah. Stolen poached apples.
Oh, I think I have a different idea.
I think you do.
I think I do too. I think I do too.
So this last week we've been doing all kinds of things with apples. Apples are in season. We've got some that are been rolled around that have some bruises on them.
Which are still good apples. Nothing wrong with that. Just cut that part off.
So the kids and I, we just slice it off. We've been experimenting with all kinds of ways to make them. And the other day I was looking up traditional Christmas recipes, and one of the things was a cider poached apple. And so I was like, I have apple cider, and we tried it, and it just didn't have that much flavor.
Really?
And so I was like, what about that blue spruce syrup that we made last week?
I
actually,
yeah.
and I sent Blake a photo of those. When you do it with this blue spruce, it's like a caramel. Like it ends up being like a caramelized apple. And so then I was like, if the blue spruce turns it into a caramel, what is the elderberry? And so that's what you have there to taste.
The elderberry good stuff, and it is good stuff.
But it really, these are vinegar syrups, and so they add a little bit of acid with that sweetness to the apple, which I now prefer.
Oh.
But this last week, we tried them in maple syrup. We tried it just with a simple syrup, and you can take it a step farther and roll those in any kind of breadcrumbs or something and throw them in the air fryer. And it was like fruit candy.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Kind of like an apple churro or something.
What's the process that you have to
I
go
love
through?
poached fruit, and I haven't had it in I don't know how long. So yeah, how do you do it?
So I'm going to take my apple, as you can see. I always save the cores because I turn those into other syrups or things too.
I'm sure you do.
So when I cut the apple, usually when I'm poaching, those ends end up.
Try it and make sure it tastes good.
Yeah.
They just end up in my mouth.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so you've got the nice pieces of apple, kind of uniformly sized, so they'll poach.
They'll poach about the same,
right?
yeah. As you can see, I've got ADHD, so I end up with a lot of sizes, and I'm like, you get a little crunchy and you get a little sweet.
That is okay.
But give that a try. All I do, though, is after I've got my syrup put into my pot, and I start to see bubbles, I'll put my apples in. The recipes that I saw for poaching actually said 10 minutes. I found that over 2, they were getting too soft and limp on me.
Oh, a little bit too soft.
So I just bring it to a boil, let it cool, and then that's it.
Okay, so this is what they look like when they're done. And now you poach this one in the syrup or in the good
I poached
stuff?
that in the elderberry.
That's what I thought you
I
said.
wanted it to be. I wanted it to be really, really bright and colorful. It's something that I would definitely add over a salad.
Oh my goodness!
Now you went with the thin one. I'm going with the thicker one.
I want a bigger one too.
The thick ones are my favorite. I want to turn it into a pie after I've poached them. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Aren't those delicious?
That really is.
So we did pears. Pears were phenomenal, just as well as an apple. So, and this is something you could even poach maple syrup. You could, if you have a redbud tree and you had redbud syrup, like just about any flavor, the apple kind of takes it on as well as adds its own.
That is delicious.
Sweetness.
And
That really is.
over a nice bed of arugula with maybe some pecans, like toasted pecans and some
or feta and goat cheese.
Little goat cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. No,
I've had poached pears before. This is the first time I've had a poached apple. This is
Well, and the elderberry, like it gives it that tang with the sweetness that it's just I can't say enough about it. It does.
I mean,
and
it
so
really does.
I feel like I could do beautiful croissants with the goat cheese and throw those over the top, and everybody at the party would be like, "What is this?"
You could put that on top of a brick of cream cheese as a dip or something.
Oh yeah, just smear it
could
across.
Put that into a puff pastry. No, that's fantastic.
So now I'm going to be seeing what all I can poach. I'm just going to be looking for things that I can poach in a syrup and experiment.
I'm tasting it like, a goat cheese with this would be just terrific.
Oh yeah.
You need to have me to your next holiday party, Joy.
No, absolutely. I mean,
Walking
and
around
it
with
takes
my-
a little time, but it's fancy. It doesn't take that much time.
No,
But
and
your
it's something
guests
that
are like,
I mean, like I said, my kids can take any of the little syrups that we have available, put them in a thing, and we then have a dessert that we can serve over even salad greens. So
No, that's elegant, straight up elegant. And the apples are in season, so that's a great thing to do with
when I
them.
was telling you about baking them whole too, I've been scooping out the inside and filling those and baking them whole. And this is just an easier version of that because it doesn't take 45 minutes; it takes 5.
Will you get different tastes with different apples, like a Granny Smith?
Oh yeah, that's
Probably.
I didn't mention that.
That
That's
made
why I
me look
brought.
like a
Yeah,
Granny.
so I've got one of the Fiji.
Fuji or Fiji, yeah.
Fuji. Hi.
I don't know.
I'm redneck. I'm sorry.
I forget
It's
one of
what
the
it
two.
is.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah.
But also the Granny Smith were our favorite in the blue spruce, whereas to the sweetness of this was better with the elderberry vinegar because it was more tart.
Good
I like
stuff.
a
So-
I like a Granny Smith apple.
And I'm looking forward. I can't wait to
Right.
do spice bush apples. So
All right, Rachel West eating the Ozarks. Delicious.
see you guys.
Up next, the downtown